Well, hello there, Apple Bites. This is your Apple Bite, Rafael Tavares, talking to you straight from our show here, The Written Writ. A show where you and I and you take a journey together to become better writers. Well, here we are again, and this time, our challenge is from Rob Longo, Vixen creator. That's right, Vixen's a virtue, Vixen's a vice. Yes, my fellow writer here has decided to give me a visual prompt, and you shall be seeing it, boom, right there, well, wherever it is. Anyway, this is the prompt he gave me, and this is what I created from it. This is called a visual prompt, which is part of writer's prompt. We all know what a writer's prompt is. A writer's prompt is a tool that we use to get us writing. Very important. That's the explanation. And now, here is the story. I call it Boardwalk. A lone figure stands on the boardwalk, looking out into the dark, wild ocean as the turbulent waves beat the sand. Each crash pulling more sand as the acidic-looking foam envelops the grains and kidnaps them as it recedes. He stands on the boardwalk, his trench coat obfuscating with the ebony night. It's as if the fingers of the night are caressing sensually this long son of Gaia. The bench at his back, almost waterfall-like, as the rain pours over it. His thoughts seem distant as his concentration is completely on the sea. Yet his mind wavers. I am tired. This existence is barely tolerable. Yet this wooded structure is more pleasant since its irritant bipedal beasts are nowhere to be seen. Almost as if in answer he hears, "Give me your money." He slowly turns around, feeling a sense of humor, and just stares at the group of five who have decided to brave the hurricane, to pilfer as the world crashes to an end around them. His thoughts take in the moment. Look at them. Even these moments of utter destruction, they cannot appear reality. They are nothing more than parasites feeding on a dying corpse. He does nothing but stand there and stare. No one moves as the gun continues to point at the stranger. And the toughs can see their own breath as an ice-cold wind blows past the stranger, through the men and beyond into the abysmal, soul-sucking oblivion that has just engulfed them. They all tremble, and the cold does not make it any better. But the stranger doesn't speak, doesn't move. Jim speaks first, saying, "Daniel, why can't I see his face?" Daniel gets angry and screams at Jim, "'Cause he's wearing a hood, man!" Turning back to the stranger, yelling now, trying hard not to piss on himself. "I said, give me the money!" "Daniel, something is wrong here. Let's just keep going. There are a lot of empty houses. We don't need him." Ruby tries to talk some sense into Daniel. Daniel gets even more angry. "Shut the F up! You always trying to take over. You ain't shit." Turns back to the stranger. "And you ain't shit either." Daniel fires at the stranger, unloading the full clip. The stranger just stands there. They all stare in shock and for the first time realize they can't hear the waves. They can't hear the storm. In fact, there isn't any sound. Oblivion had been slowly encircling them, and now all that could be seen was its inky darkness. None of them could stop trembling as the voice drilled into their brains. "Let me give you a lesson, Daniel. A lesson that you can bring into your next life. There's always a bigger, more powerful person. Never underestimate anyone." With that, the stranger raised its hand. An eerie green energy tendrils spring forth, sinking deeply into their skin. All five toughs started screaming as the flesh on their bodies just raised off of them and ripped from them, rising and vanishing. The flesh stripped, and it was like 10,000 knives being pushed into them. Soon only a skinned Ruby was left writhing in pain, screaming like a banshee on the floor. Interesting, said the stranger, as he watched her be ripped apart a couple of times. Interesting, said the stranger, as he watched her be ripped apart a couple of times, but always come back together each time. What are you? Said the stranger to Ruby, as his extended hand pulses crimson. Red energy crackles forth from his fingers and wraps around Ruby, who slowly starts to come together. She screams as she is knitted back into being. With a flick of the wrist, Ruby rises, and their eyes caress, almost as if they dance to an ancient rhythm that's long been dead. You require some study. Let's reset and see what transpires. Ruby jumps out of the bed, her heart racing, as if a hummingbird trapped behind a window. She looks around the room, not being able to rid herself of those antediluvian eyes. Even now, she can feel them driving into her soul. Was it a dream? A warning? Or the thought is left dangling as a flash lights up the room and an explosion rings out as of thunder. Boom. So that's what I got from our friend's picture. And I had a couple of other ideas, which I'll probably share with you soon, because another friend decided to add something into it. An alien, or UFO. I think it was a UFO. So we'll see what I do with that in the next episode, maybe, or the episode after that. We shall see. But it shall happen, and it shall come to you soon. So now you can see what I have, and now you will work with this, and this is your writer's prompt. What do you come from this picture? And hey, if you want to do the UFO part of it or add the UFO into it, go right ahead. I decided to make it into two separate projects because it was two separate people giving it to me. But I shall bring you the UFO aspect of this boardwalk picture the next time that I can. Haha, see, I said it the next time that I can. So, get out there, get working, get pictures, write stories. It is a great writer's prompt. Pictures can make the imagination go wild, and not two people see the same thing in each picture. Well, there you have it, my friends. That is my boardwalk version of this picture from our friend, Vixen creator, Vixens of Vice, Vixens of Virtues, Rob Longo. Yes. And I want you to write. Alright, Apple Biteys, there is another exciting episode in the tube. And yes, you got your homework. There's your writer's prompt. At the same time, there's the comment section down below. You want to put it down there? There we go. We have it down there. That way, me and you and me and you and you and I and you, well, you know what I'm trying to say, can work together to become better writers in this journey of writing. Of course, there's thumbs up, there's thumbs down. Let us know which way you want to go. And if you have anything you want to say or you want to challenge me, like Rob Longo did, you can challenge me and I shall write a story or write something from whatever the challenge is. So get to challenging. Hey, while you're down there putting down your stuff in the comment section, why don't you click on that subscribe button? That way you can help me and I can help you. I'll help you because the notifications will come to you and you know when this show pops up. Ah, fantastic, isn't it? And it will help me because that'll make this show better. You may ask how it makes the show better? That's because the more subscribers, the more things we can do. Sounds weird. But some of you get it. It's an interesting story. An interesting aspect of things. Of course, that's it from Writ Ralph. Till next time, when I will probably write another challenge, do another loot, and have another percolation of a writing story.